And now with us we have ALIA HALLOWELL, who is an aromatherapist and has created a line of products using healing essential oils. Aloha, ALIA.
Aloha, Taj.
And how are you today?
Well, I'm delighted to be here.
And we're so happy to have you as well.
Thank you.
So can you tell us about how you got interested in essential oils in the beginning?
Yes, I'd love to. I've been involved with nature and the plant kingdom all my life and been an herbalist for probably 40 years or so. And out of that, it was a natural segue into learning about aromatherapy. And one day I was sitting in my rose garden in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I had these beautiful roses and huge lavender plants. It was a summer evening, and as I sat there meditating, the rose deva, actually one very much like this, came and spoke to me and said, "Alia, we'd like you to create an aromatherapy company because people need to heal on all levels, and as they heal, then they'll be more in balance and the earth can heal." And I said, "Well, sure, I'm just not sure I know how to do the business end of it." And this beautiful rose deva said, "Well, don't worry, we'll show you everything, and I'm going to be the CEO of your company." So I agreed to do it, and it all took off from there, and that was about 1990.
Well, let's talk about what are essential oils. How do they work?
Essential oils are extracted from the roots, the plants, the bark, the flowers, and even the seeds of different plants and trees. The essential oils travel within the plant, and they're cells that hold the nutrition for the plant. Much like the blood in a human, they help the plant to heal and provide nourishment. Because the oils carry vitamins, minerals, precursors to amino acids, and other nutrients, and even antibiotics, they can interact with our human chemistry and assist us to heal.
So the oils can be used topically, they can be diffused in the air,
Right?
and they can be used internally as well.
Yes.
Right, so give us an example of one that you might use for, let's say, respiratory system.
Well, eucalyptus, of course, is famous for its respiratory powers, as well as peppermint and rosemary and lemon. I do a combination of oils, usually, for the respiratory tract and also to open up the sinuses. When the oils are applied to the skin, because they're lipid soluble, they go through the skin and into the bloodstream and then through the cell wall. And they carry the plant chemistry into the human chemistry and affect healing. So depending on the different plants used in their chemistry, we can match it up to different imbalances in the body. Yes, and actually what happens, Taj, is the oils neutralize any bacteria or any environmental toxins. So it's not like some of the products on the market that mask an odor, like a cat box or a cigar. The essential oils will actually neutralize and make it inert. So yes, you can keep a house healthy by diffusing the oils in the home, and also using a spray mist, spraying yourself, walking through the house, and spraying the home or diffusing the oils in the house.
So is it just as effective using it in a spray mist where you would put the essential oil in water and then spray it on you? Does that do the same thing as, well, I know like with a diffuser it's using air to pump it out.
Right.
So has it changed the molecular structure using air or using water?
No, it's just another vehicle to spread the essential oils in the environment. Now, there is quite a difference in the effect on the human body, whether you put the oils on the skin to affect physical imbalances, or when you spray the oils or inhale a scent, whether you're breathing in the scent of a rose or an essential oil. There are, I think, like 800 receptors in the nose that pick up those oil molecules. It goes through the olfactory bulb in the front of the brain, over the pituitary, the pineal, and the amygdala, and into the limbic brain. And at this point, it affects the emotional and the mental attitude of the person, and also their spiritual well-being. So you can affect psychological and emotional healing by inhaling the oils. The inhalation is quite magical. I mean, in some cases it brings up not so pleasant things.
That's right.
And in classes I will have people inhale an oil not knowing what it is. Some of them love it, some of them hate it. Some of them will be, then I have them go into a dialogue with the plant. Does this plant want to work with me? And if so, how? And first of all, notice how they are affected by the scent. Do they feel different in their body? Do their emotions feel different? Are they thinking different thoughts, or has their mind calmed down or become stimulated? So it's a whole series of events that can take place in the body from the inhalation of an essential oil. And matching that up, the right oil with the right person, can be very effective for their healing.
And I think it's important that people understand that there are so many oils. Like when you go to the store, you see a very small range of oils, usually, even at a health food store. And there are so many different ones that can really assist us on so many levels. And you were talking about levels of consciousness.
Yes.
And we have a rose right here, and rose is one of the highest vibrational frequencies of all the essential oils, and really expand. As well as they work on relaxing the body, they really allow us, especially in meditation, to expand our consciousness.
Well, that's true, and as you know, every living thing has an electromagnetic frequency, and the plant oils go from about a frequency of 40 megahertz up to 320 or 340, which is the rose. A healthy human body has been found to be between 62 and 78 megahertz. So you can see how the oils can lift us up out of depression, out of negative thinking, or out of area of illness, let's say. So the frequency is definitely an important factor in using the oils.
Do you know of some other ones that are consciousness expanding oils as well?
Frankincense is a relative to Palo Santo, and I like frankincense very much. It is an opener of the gate or a bridge between the physical body and the spiritual, or between us and Source. I like to use frankincense during the day, but also for meditation. Sandalwood helps me, and of course the rose frequency. When I stop and smell a rose in the garden or in my home, even more actually than the essential oil that's been extracted, everything stops. I'm totally in the present moment, brought into center, grounded, and awareness. And I also wanted to mention, as I mentioned the rose, which I'm really partial to, the magic of distillation, and that in itself is a whole art, and the oils can be adulterated. You mentioned finding oils in stores and the lack of great variety. In my practice, I use oils from all over the world. People sometimes ask me, do you use just Hawaiian plants? And unfortunately, no, because most of the Hawaiian plants are not distilled. But the oils can be adulterated from the way they're grown, if the soil isn't organic, if the seeds aren't good to start with, depending on the weather conditions, depending on the temperature of the distillation, the time in the distiller. So it's really good to know the grower, the person who's doing the distilling, and then to develop a nose, because you want to be able to smell if there's any alcohol in the blend, which is often added to stretch it or change it in some way. So, learning about which oils to use, especially as far as healing, because we want medicinal grade oils, not something you buy at a chain store or a pharmacy necessarily.
Yeah, so learning what is a therapeutic grade oil, what companies produce therapeutic grade oils is important.
Yes.
Now you're going to do a demonstration for us of a technique that puts the oil, it's called raindrop therapy.
Yes.
And it's a technique that puts the oils directly on the body. And what, give us just a moment of what this technique is going to show us.
This technique uses 8 to 12 different oils. And the focus that I use with this particular technique is oils that will pull viruses out of the spinal cord, align the body, and relax the musculature. It starts with a VitaFlex treatment on the feet, which I'll demonstrate. This is a way of snapping the frequency of the oils into the electrical frequency of the body. And then the oils travel through the meridians and up through the body to open and begin to align.
Great.
And then the oils are dropped through the auric field along the spine, so it cleanses the aura, and then it goes into the body, and they begin to do their particular synergy with the body depending on the oil. And I'll talk about that when I do the treatment.
Great. Well, we look forward to that.
Thank you, Taj.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you'd like to know more about ALIA HALLOWELL and essential oils, you can visit her website at essencebotanicaltherapies.com. That's ESSCENTS, botanicaltherapies.com.